Hello everybody, I'm Takeshy and I'm here with the second part of Let's Go and Meet the Broly. It's called Let's Go and Meet John the Lancie. I was told it's the second part and I'm reacting just after the other video. So this will be about John the Lancie, of course. So maybe he won't sing. It's made by another YouTuber called ILoveKimPossibleAlot. ILoveKimPossibleAlot. And there is not much to do or say. Let's just simply start the video. You don't have
Now, if it's all the same to you, class
Oh,
dismissed.
yeah, it was the ending. Okay, who is that? Wait, I don't the pony that sit like a...
Someone needs to stop locking these
Man.
doors.
Okay. There are a lot of voices I don't recall. And that was Mr. P.
I don't see him.
Are you sure he's supposed to be here?
Yes, maybe I was told things by people.
And you trusted some obscure
Yes.
random things you heard in the hallway?
I hate you.
Huh? Do you know how much trouble I had to go through to get the marching band here?
We're charging you by the hour.
Wait,
Fine, I'll
finally
figure it out.
and them. Dirty.
Never mind. Ow.
Who throws a flashlight?
Ugh, let's just do this already.
The song?
Alright, here goes nothing.
So listen very carefully, every pony, and let me tell you why. And Mr. John Delancey is a really awesome guy.
You don't have the
Well,
time.
first he's been on TV in a lot of super shows. In Star Trek he was Q, in case you didn't know. His naughty sci-fi antics made us laugh until we'd bust.
Especially the time someone kicked him in the...
Dude, shut up.
What?
Oh,
I didn't
well,
know that.
How about his work from Alien Voices?
It's okay. But Delancey also showed us stuff in other weird places. He cameoed in Family Guy, though there weren't many traces.
Invader Zim and Johnny Quest and Batman Yes and Charmed.
I hope his awesome pedigree will cause you no alarm.
No. What? Good job, Daffy.
He teaches really well at Pony University. At least I think he does. In our Rich Pony Diversity. He likes us all to listen. His classes are a riot, and everyone is welcome unless you are a pirate.
Unless you're a pirate.
He also has a lot of time for all his fanficons. He casts a magic spell on Truckie's doing them no wrong. To each and every brony, he's never fake or phony. Even with the weirder ones who watch My Little Pony. I'm sure it's worth the stress, though we're very oddly dressed, and together we undoubtedly look like a big old mess. Considering how strange you are, we're really rather blessed. But never mind, I'm rambling. Where was I? I digress. The last thing that I'll say without being too cliche, John will help a brony out at the end of any day, and he challenges expectations in an awesome way by partaking in our fandom, which has surely sent him gray.
Yeah, the school is burning. Wasn't her fault. Is it in there? Brony University.
That's all, folks.
That's gonna be hard to top, but let's try anyway. Woo! But whatever, I want to do this part because you know what? I'm frustrated. No one gets it. No one gets why I respect John Lancie as much as humanly possible. Sure, some assume that just because I love Discord and his character from an analytical standpoint, that it's somewhat of a given that I like the guy who voices him. Duh, right? But no, that's not the case. No, I will school you, internet, and why John Lancie is awesome, despite voicing Discord. So it's no secret that Discord is my favorite character, for a number of reasons. But in order to make this case as unbiased as possible, we're just gonna hide this information at the bottom of the ocean and forget about it now. Just forget about it for a little while, okay, internet? Okay? This is why John Lancie is awesome. If there's something that proves I could never, ever be an actor, then Star Trek's weird situations are that proof. For example, Captain Picard, his crew, and Q are lost in the forest in the 12th century as Robin Hood characters. But weren't they just on a ship dealing with archaeological findings? Or the time Q and Janeway were stuck in the middle of a continuing war, but somehow they're in the middle of a civil war? Wait, what? But anyone who can make this scene somewhat work has my eternal respect.
I was good, wasn't I?
Yeah. And if you still need more proof, then take a look at this clip I found.
Let's say there's the, me looking at the computer, Mike coming over that night, him saying something about, let's make a documentary, me going, no way. Then meeting a bunch of bronies 2 weeks later, or for the 2 week period later. Right somewhere in there, I did the second episode.
I got a call from my agent saying that you have a job. And I read the material, it was very good. I went in, I knocked it off, and completely forgot about it.
So, let me get this straight. John Lancie went into his role with little to no recollection of Discord's character, and gave a performance that made mostly everyone cry. How do you do these things that you do? I don't understand. Also, if that wasn't enough, were you guys even paying attention to the song that I painstakingly sang a little while ago? Man, you kids these days. I don't even remember 5 minutes ago, I swear. And another thing, he's like everywhere doing not only interviews for conventions and junk, but spending a ridiculous amount of time participating in fan-targeted media. For example, do you know how many interviews he's done for just Brony media alone? Like, a lot. I know, I had to watch most of them in preparation for this. There's a lot, and leave it at that. And then he did this nifty student film that I'm pretty sure he volunteered to do. Unless...
John, did you even read this contract? It says you're gonna be paid in butter.
That explains a lot. He also left the Brony Clubhouse in his house to do an interview. Who does that? Also, when Lyle wrote to him when he was concerned about his conservative father, he means Lyle's parents and personally walks them into the convention. Again, who does that? He also bribes people into his house to see the documentary, which I think is the funniest thing ever.
In my own home, I've done this now 4 times. In my house, you get the movie and a complimentary dinner.
Also this.
Are you having a good time?
Yes, having a great time. Good.
I love your outfit. You just happened to walk off the street, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, it's like an honor to meet you.
All right.
So
Well,
cool.
enjoy yourself.
Okay.
We will. Thank you very much.
I would have been totally cool in that situation. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Now hit it!
There are a bunch of 20-year-old guys who are watching a show made for 8-year-old girls. Well, they're gay.
Why did they put lipstick on the shoe?
Because it went with my high heels.
What is Discord's backstory? I don't know.
The documentary is going to premiere at the Republican National Convention.
And I went, oh my God. She called me up and she said, John, we need a psychopath. The Discord statue is mine. And no one's going to get it. How dare we not include a segment on the cropping? They had to drag me kicking and screaming. No, you don't move. You move. No, 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 no. You get closer to the camera.
Man's current red enameling of paper is 1.8 by 2.5 inches, 22 inches of...
Yeah.
Having experience.
You have a problem with that?
You don't need to call me Mr. Lancie each time. My liege is good.
Seriously impressed.
I was wondering, what your favorite of the main 6 ponies is. Which one is your favorite?
Always like to keep my audience riveted.
But you know what? Those aren't even the best examples. The story I found is.
I went to Toronto Comic Con at, I believe, the end of March. And it just so happened that one Mr. John Delancey was a guest there. So I decided I totally wanted something with Discord on it, signed by him. I went searching through my image folders and I found a fantastic piece of art by an artist by the name of ILoveKimPossibleAlot, and I thought, this is fantastic. It's got Discord and Celestia face to face. Celestia's looking all pissed. And I'm like, yeah, this is the perfect picture. I'm totally gonna get this signed. So I take it and I have it printed off on a nice piece of glossy paper. It looks great, and I go to the convention. I get to the convention and I'm standing in line. There's like 2 people in front of me, waiting to talk to John Delancey. And as I'm getting closer, I'm looking at the picture, and I happen to spy something in the picture that looks a little suggestive. But I think to myself, no, don't worry about it. John Delancey is a professional. So I get up there and I hand him the picture. Well, I introduce myself. I've been watching Star Trek since I was a kid. Loved you as Q, but as of late, I've been watching something else you've been in, and I handed him the picture. He's all, oh, look at that. Just a second. And he waves the girl that was in line ahead of me back. She comes up and he says, you remember I told you that I was doing voices in cartoons? She says, yeah. He says, well, this is the character I was playing. And he holds the picture up and he points to Discord and he says, this is Gluey. I mean Discord. She kind of nods her head and she says, it looks kind of like you. And he turns around and he says, what part of this looks like me? And she looks all nervous right at me, and she's like, what do I say? And I just kind of stroke my beard, and she's like, yeah, facial hair, that's it. And he looks at it, he's like, no. He was like full scruff. Yeah, facial hair. He's like, no, part of me did it, no. She walks away, and he's like, he puts the picture down on the table, and he grabs his pen, and he's like, so you want me to sign this? And I said, yes. He's like, okay. Puts the pen, he's just about to touch the paper, and he lifts it away from the paper, and puts it down, and picks it up and says, what is that? And hand to forehead, I'm just like, oh my god. He's like, what is this? And I'm like, it's not what you think. And he's like, well, it kind of looks like, and I'm like, I know what it looks like. It's his tail wrapping around behind Celestia and coming up in front. And he's like, really? I'm like, yes, really. He's like, I don't know. I wonder if anybody else sees this. So he turns to his left, where one Miss Nicole DeBoers is sitting. Nicole DeBoers being the actress that played Ezri Dax in Deep Space Nine. And he says, Nikki, come here. She stands up, walks towards his table. He's like, look at this. And she looks at it, and it doesn't even take her a split second. She's like, oh my god, what is that? And I am just beat red at this point, and John is chuckling. And he's like, yeah. And he says, we were discussing earlier about how apparently they muddled Discord after me, but I think this is the only part they got right. Nicole kind of gives him a, yeah, shut up kind of look. And she walks back to her table, and he's like, I think that's what this is. I'm like, that's not what it is. And he's like, let's check again. And he starts flagging down con staff. And he's like, look at this. This is the only part of Discord they modeled after me. The con staff are just like, half of them are laughing and the other half are like mouth wide open like, oh my god, what is he signing? He finally stops showing it to everyone that will stop for 10 seconds and puts it down on the table and chuckling all the while, grabs his pen. He's like, where would you like me to sign? And I'm like, wherever the you want to. And he's like, okay. So he signed right on the top of the big blue peanut. So there you are, sir. You have now heard the story of getting John Delancey to sign a big blue penis. John Delancey is the biggest troll I've ever met.
Okay, I get it. That was really funny, alright? You know, the thing with the wing, it was good, yeah. Good times, man. Good times. Wait, that happened just like 2 minutes ago. More like bad memories. 2 minutes? Seriously? But I think it's time to wrap up with the funny business and move on to something else. And I think this might be hard. I'll do my best. Well, this part this part, I think I need to open up about something. Like why I decided to take on this mammoth of a project. When this was released, I felt really disappointed. But I think I need to take a different approach to this and talk to someone else about it. Hi John, my name is Rachel, and I'm sure you're probably really confused about what you just saw, even more so depending on how you got it. But that was just me and my team's way of saying thank you. I know the documentary kind of got murky with the pirating and all the other issues, and I felt like I had to do something, so that was my kind of gift to you. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm really nervous about talking and speaking on camera.
Yeah, so that's
but
why.
I'm trying to keep my cool.
Unless you're that
I
bad.
will say that without Discord, I probably would not have given the show a chance. And now that I've actually watched the show, I've built this big community of people and fans, and it's weird for me to think about, but at the same time, I really can't imagine my life without it. So I just wanted to thank you for kind of inadvertently giving me that gift, and that was probably part of the reason why I felt like I had to do this. That's all I really wanted to say. Thank you so much.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, John Lancie.
Thank you, John Lancie.
Thank you, John Lancie.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John Lancie.
Thank you, John Lancie.
Thank you, John.
Live Prong and Losper. Or something like that.
Oh, there's more. Okay. So many OCs. Oh, generations, but wrinkles. So yeah, again with the clapping part. I don't know what's clapping, but it was something they was about or laughed about. I don't know, but I saw Discord will come back. That's some spoiler, but that's not really spoiling me because I already told you that I'm pretty sure that he will come back. So I was right. He's an illusionist, and he didn't get stoned.
I've just slapped myself in the face 4 times. I hope you're happy.
Oh, poor guy. Okay, Kim, I'm subscribing, of course. And yeah, I didn't know that John Lancie was killed in that. And I didn't know he was in the Robin Hood. I only knew him by Q and now Discord. But yeah, so there are some people that don't know why is he good and great. Now they know. As I said, I love pro characters. And John Lancie is one. This is a long video. And a good one. That it burned up the school. So there will be no more videos about the school. Maybe rebuilding it. I wasn't talking much. Yeah. But I liked the video. Good job animators and everyone who made this. You have a nice voice too, Kim Possible. I hope you will make more videos like this. And yeah, that's it for today. See you next time. Bye.